Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way.
You know, or cost of a ticket.
Yeah.
Cost of a divorce. Oops.
I do feel bad for the family.
Oh my gosh,
involved,
of course.
right?
His wife has immediately took his name off her page, shut down her social media. It's pretty amazing. Andy Byron was the CEO of astronomer.com.
Okay.
And the woman, Kristen Cabot, was the head of HR. So, you know, it's a little against HR policy, number one, to be dating your coworker, but especially when your coworker is married with children. And it's very unfortunate. But this is how it came out. And a lot of the internet is going, sorry. I mean, this has birthed a million memes. This is, you know, what to do at a Coldplay concert, or, oh my God, finding out your husband is cheating.
Just when the Andy Byron and Coldplay scandal seemed to be cooling off, it exploded back into the spotlight. And this time, it's messier than ever. We're not just talking about shady boardroom drama or viral clips. Now his own family is turning on him. One leak at a time, they're airing out secrets that are personal, ugly, and downright explosive. By the way, if you're into stories the media doesn't want you to hear, hit that subscribe button and help us reach our first 1,000 subscribers. It means the world to us.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
It all started at a Coldplay concert. Andy Byron, former CEO of Astronomer, was caught on camera leaning in a little too close to his company's chief people officer, Kristen Cabot. The eye contact? Way too intense to ignore. What looked like an awkward, maybe too friendly moment between coworkers has now spiraled into a full-blown affair. And it's not just gossip anymore. This thing has national consequences.
It's pretty amazing. Andy Byron was the CEO of Astronomer.com.
Okay.
And the woman, Kristen Cabot, was the head of HR. So, you know, it's a little against HR policy, number one, to be dating your coworker, but especially when your coworker is married with children. And it's very unfortunate. But this is how it came out. And a lot of the internet is going, sorry. I mean, this has birthed a million memes. This is, you know, what to do at a Coldplay concert, or, oh my God, finding out your husband is cheating.
But here's the real bombshell. The fallout at home is even uglier. In a leaked private group chat, Andy's own teenage daughter allegedly dropped voice notes and texts that quickly made their way to a drama site. One message claimed, "Mom's been crying for weeks." And late at night, Kristen's name just kept popping up on his phone, over and over again. The word going around now is simple and brutal. He's repulsive.
Coldplay would have moved on?
100%. I think if they acted natural, no one would have thought twice. What a cute couple. I mean, I'm sure people in their inner circle might have caught something, but I definitely wouldn't have posted that video if the reaction wasn't the way.
He really thinks no one hears him on those late night calls, but according to another leaked voice clip, he's whispering, "I miss you, Kristen," at midnight like it's some tragic love story. And the nickname? Brace yourself. He calls her Star Stuff. Honestly, he deserves jail time just for that level of cringe.
You know, or cost of a ticket.
Yeah.
Cost of a divorce. Oops.
I do feel bad for the family.
Oh my gosh,
involved,
of course.
right?
His wife has immediately took his name off her page, shut down her social media.
Even Andy's 9-year-old is putting the pieces together. The kid reportedly told a family friend, "The girl at the event made mommy cry." And listen, kids don't sugarcoat. When even a child is calling it like it is, that speaks volumes. Meanwhile, Andy's wife, Megan Kerrigan, is serving cold revenge in silence. First, she unfollows him on every social platform. Then she deletes a few of his photos. And just when people start wondering, she drops a black screen on her Instagram story with the words, "Loyalty isn't a joke." and neither is karma. The post caught fire online, and just as it started trending, rumors surfaced that Megan might be planning a tell-all podcast. Yep, when you play stupid games, you win viral consequences. Sources close to Megan say she's already spoken with a major streaming platform and is seriously considering sharing her side of the story. She's done being a silent background character in Andy's downfall, but hold on, the drama doesn't stop at home. According to a former employee on Reddit, this isn't Andy's first workplace scandal. Apparently, back in 2021, he had a very close relationship with a now-fired VP of operations. The kicker? They had matching burner phones and took multiple trips together. Matching burner phones. Why does this man need two phones? And speaking of burner phones, this part is wild. Megan allegedly found Andy's burner hidden in the glove box of their Tesla. Inside, romantic messages, shady hotel bookings under fake names, and a secret email account filled with things like coffee, constellations, and vague flirty subject lines, like, "Sir, this isn't a Nicholas Sparks novel, it's the creepiest rumor of the year." But it gets even darker. One employee claims to have an actual recording of Andy and Kristen discussing how to technically stay within HR's limits. If that recording is real, we're not just talking about scandal anymore, we're talking about potential corporate misconduct and a calculated cover-up. Insiders say Kristen Cabot wasn't just close to Andy, she had access to everything. We're talking private Slack channels, investor calls, even Andy's personal calendar. Some employees claim she used to reroute company meetings to her personal Zoom, then delete the logs afterward. The excuse? Privacy. Yeah, right. Then came the real bombshell. An anonymous internal doc surfaced, listing NDAs signed by lower-level employees who allegedly witnessed inappropriate behavior. And guess what? Those employees were paid retention bonuses. Translation: hush money. And not the cheap kind, either. To make matters worse, an old LinkedIn DM from Kristen just leaked, flirty, smug, and revealing. Back in 2019, she allegedly messaged a former coworker saying, "I always work magic with smart CEOs." So now people are asking the obvious, has this been brewing for years? Even Andy's own kids are turning away. His oldest reportedly told a cousin, "He's not a man I can look up to anymore," and skipped Andy's retirement dinner. That cousin posted the quote to Facebook, then deleted it. But you know the internet. Screenshots hit Twitter within minutes. A family source says Andy's been laying low in a rented townhouse in Boston, while his kids are staying in Maine, separate from Megan. He's apparently been trying to send them gifts, and they're sending them right back, still wrapped. And back in their old neighborhood, even the locals are watching. One post on Nextdoor described Megan loading trash bags into her SUV at 2 a.m. before driving off with a friend. Another neighbor said she's been walking the dog alone every night, eyes glued to the pavement, completely silent. Everyone deals with heartbreak differently. But Megan? She's in revenge mode. In the latest twist, her private investigator reportedly found major financial red flags. We're talking forged contracts, offshore invoicing, and a sham shell company tied to the Cayman Islands. This went from love triangle to white-collar crime, fast. As for Kristen, total radio silence. No press, no posts, not even a denial. She's reportedly holed up in upstate New York, possibly working with a crisis manager to quietly secure a severance deal. Whether she's negotiating or just hiding, one thing's clear, she's frozen out. And in a true internet plot twist, Reddit sleuths claim they found an old Twitter alt account that Kristen used, where she followed quote pages about affairs. The corporate fallout is escalating too. Read one viral tweet. Word is, under legal advice, Astronomers Board quietly wiped dozens of investor recordings and calendar logs from their cloud. But it might be too late, because former employees are stepping forward, and they're not empty-handed. Some have screenshots, others have receipts. A class action lawsuit? It's not just possible, it's likely the next chapter. Meanwhile, the media frenzy around Megan is building. Page 6e, news. They're all circling, begging for an exclusive. And get this, a former Real Housewife even reached out to help her land a brand deal. From betrayed wife to the it girl of redemption, Megan's glow-up arc is writing itself. Let's not forget Coldplay's Chris Martin and his now iconic moment on stage, saying, "They're either having an affair or just very shy." That comment didn't just break the internet, it may have exposed a corporate scandal. Now people are wondering, was that kiss cam moment a coincidence? Or was it planted? Was this Coldplay's team pulling strings? A whistleblower trying to force the truth out? Or was it Megan, flipping the narrative on her own terms? Either way, karma did what karma does. And let's be honest, it worked. Here's the real kicker. Andy Byron thought he could play lover boy by night and CEO by day, what he didn't expect. To be exposed in 1 week by his wife, his kids, his neighbors, his co-workers, and half the internet. This wasn't just a fall from grace, it was a full-on crash landing. And honestly, we're only scratching the surface. That kiss cam might have kicked it off, but the stories, the leaks, and the tea are still boiling over. If Megan does drop that podcast, that might be the final nail in Andy's public coffin. But now I want to hear from you. What do you think really happened? Did Andy's daughter actually leak those voice notes, or was someone inside the company pulling strings for revenge? Do you think Kristen Cabot was genuinely in love, or just climbing the corporate ladder? And Megan, should she spill everything on a podcast or keep it classy and silent? If she read her receipts, her poems, and her truth out loud, would you tune in? Because I would. With popcorn front row. Drop your thoughts in the comments. I read every single one. If this tea had you gasping even once, don't be shy. Smash that like button. And if you live for drama, chaos, and the stories they don't want you to hear, go ahead and subscribe to the channel now. Help us hit our first 1,000 subscribers. We're so close, and your support means everything. Trust me, this saga is far from over. So buckle up, boo. It's about to get even crazier.